What's up, you guys? I'm here with Chris from the African American Automotive Association. Chris, we appreciate you having us over here, man. Dude, tell us about the association, Foxxtecca, your vision, what made you create it. Let us in the world.
So I kind of went through the automotive industry from about 2015, and I was lucky enough to ascend through the industry, and I just realized a lack of diversity of ideas and people in the industry. So I wanted to do something about it.
Yeah.
I was inspired by a documentary by Willie T. Ribbs that brought up an organization called the Black Racers Association, and I wondered why something like that didn't exist. So I created an organization that does exist. We have an education curriculum that we have in various schools that teaches kids from underserved communities about the automotive industry. So we use motorsports as kind of like the shiny thing to get them interested, but then we teach them about the infrastructure around the industry. So if you're not a good driver, if you don't have the skills to be a mechanic, you can still do marketing, you can still do counsel, you can still do business development and be a part of our industry. So we just open those eyes to these opportunities.
So, but also the other way, let's say they aren't looking for maybe the administrative or business side, they want to actually wrench, you guys also cover that side.
Absolutely, all aspects of it.
Okay, and so it was the Black Racers League that was the inspiration, and who established that and how far back did that start?
And Leonard Miller, who wound up being a mentor of mine, they started in 1970, and they disbanded in 1975 because of lack of funding, but during their heyday, they had over 5,000 paid members in their organization, which was huge at that time. So that's where I kind of modeled my organization off of.
So that ended in 75, that was the inspiration, and what year did you start this?
I started this in 2020. The documentary came out in 2020, Willie T. Ribbs, it was called Uppity. And then from that documentary is what inspired me to start the organization. And then Foxxtecca actually was birthed maybe 2-3 months ago. I was doing this on my own for so long. And then through the grace of God and just doing proper networking, I met my partner Kelly and my partner Joey. So we created Foxxtecca. We had a kickoff event in Detroit. And what Foxxtecca is, we take the event portion of what I was doing. My partner Kelly was in technology and luxury events. He also comes from that fashion industry. My other partner Joey, he comes from the manufacturing industry. So we combine all of that to provide experimental events, high-level events that surround diversity and combine all of that stuff. So when you see the automobility, it's not just cars. You're talking about planes, trains, automobiles, bikes, sneakers, skateboards, everything that matters to us culturally, and bringing that into events that look familiar to kids who come from these neighborhoods.
Okay, and what type of age range are you focusing on for these kids?
So a big focus is like high school age, but like we just did something called sketch battle with these kids, where we went to Detroit Design School. We took 14 kids, and 7 of them designed the wrap for the Dodge Challenger you see there, and 7 of them designed the wrap for the Supra that you see there. So we wanted their ideas, their inspiration, what represents them, to be put into these designs. So we have programming for all ages, but the main portion of our age group is high school students.
That's really, I mean, you're allowing them to be integrated into it. They get to see the design come to life, and you know, that's a beautiful thing. So is it geographically based anywhere? You said you just went to Detroit, but do you have plans to hit other regions, other states?
Yeah, we're in 15 states right now through the association, and we're actually expanding to Nigeria and Ghana next year. So this is a global initiative, and we have so many great partners that have come on board with Foxxtecca and the association. That's going to be a global initiative. We want this to be the standard. We just started a partnership with Williams F1 Racing. So they are now going to be the e-sports component of our education curriculum.
Wow. So when you started it, did you have these lofty goals? Did you know that you were going to get here, or has this all sort of just organically blown up for you?
It's organically blown up. I always dreamed big, so I always knew it was going to be something. But as you start to grow and work hard and people see the work that you're doing, you start to attract like-minded people. And then one thing I always want to be is fluid. So there's initiatives that we're doing that weren't my original intent, but they're still aligned with the ultimate goal of what I want to do. So
so instead of being rigid with it, you were like, you know what, I think this can and will work, let's add it on. I mean, hence like the multifaceted nature, global. Did you think you were gonna go global when you started?
I wanted to.
Okay, so I like that. It was there, and here you are only 4 years later. Right?
Didn't know how, but I knew one way or another we were gonna get there.
Okay, so if this is what happened in 4 years, where do you see 2030 being? 2030.
In every country that has underserved community that we want these kids' voices in the transportation industry. Not only their voices, but their execution, their ideas in this industry. I wanted to be in every country in the world.
There it is. Hey, you guys, look at that. 2030, it said it here. The African American Automotive Association, Foxxtecca, it's now global art, the art of mobility. There it is. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for having us.